Hey, great Tuesday evening. It is a beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville, Texas. It is an awesome evening in the city of Brownsville, Texas, guys. And thank y'all so much for being here. Thank y'all for going to the YouTube channel, Katie. Hey, Katie. Good to see you, Katie. Thank you for being on there. And Lolita, Erasmo, that's me. Good evening, David, my bro, my man from Isabel. Hello to everyone. Thank you for being on, my man. God bless. Marcy, my Peanuts gang. Good to see you. I got a headache. Good evening, Joe Rodriguez. Good evening, Lynn. And guys, before we start in, and while we're waiting for everyone to, mosey on through, let me say that again, guys, is the prayers for everyone that has had loss of loved ones, for the community, for the district, for a lot of us, guys. Prayers out to all family and friends from Coach Joe Rod. Let me tell you guys, it was the unexpected news this morning to find out that Coach Joe Rod had passed away. And Coach Joe Rod was one of those individuals that you thought, goodness gracious, this guy's going to be around forever. As they're so strong, as they're so involved, guys. Let me say, I was seeing a lot of the tributes that were being posted out there for Coach Joe Rod, and I know a lot of them were very touching, very amazing. A lot of personnel from BISD, gave their best regards, and a lot of individuals, even individuals who may not have been at the on speed dial for Coach, actually also shared a lot of very impressive stories out there. Again, prayers to Coach Joe Rod's family and friends. And Joe, this is a different Joe. I hope, Joe, that your volume is doing a lot better this evening. Good evening, Nathan. Que pasa, Erasmo? Have a good night. God bless you. God bless you, Nathan. Stay strong, my man. Good to see you tonight. What is the deal with the city council? They're crazy. They're just plain loco in la cabeza. We'll talk a little bit about the city council in a little bit. Actually, guys, tonight we will have Jessica Puente Bradshaw, candidate for District 3. She's out there, getting ready to come on board. We'll see. It should be an interesting show, guys. There's a lot of things that happened today in the city of Brownsville that we're going to touch on a little bit, and we'll also touch on a lot of the things that we discussed this morning. For those of you that weren't on here this morning, it should be interesting. Buenas noches, Luis. Good evening, El Gallo de Joe Valdez. I actually sent a message to Joe Valdez to see where he was at, up and about. Joe Valdez is out at the Porter game. Porter is playing, and they are at halftime, so they are 0-0. So it should be interesting. Who's the wingman tonight? Will be Jessica Puente Bradshaw, candidate for District 3. So we'll see. Whenever she's ready, she'll be coming on and join us. Good evening, Rolando. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. And I have a horrible net at flying around here, and it's bothering the crud out of me, and I'm going to get that sucker. Mendiga net. God bless, Erasmo. God bless you too, Marco Hermoso. ¿Cómo estás? What's the score at the Porter game? 0-0. 0-0 at halftime, guys. So it's still interesting. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Erasmo for President 2024. Preach, brother. We'll take it one step at a time, but yeah, man, sounds like it. Hello, handsome. Hey, thank you, Leticia Hermosa. Amigo, ¿cómo estás? This is Jimmy Vela. Jimmy! School board president of PIISD. My man. Love you, Baba. Hola, Veronica Borrego. And see, condolences to the Rodriguez family. And let's get Jessica on board. Hey, Jessica, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on, Erasmo.
Thanks for
And good
coming on.
evening to everyone watching.
How's
Hi, Cindy.
how's campaigning going on?
It's going. I was just about to post some photos from today. It was a work hard, play hard kind of day. It's my
Oh,
hat.
that's good.
Yeah, we
You
got
got
some ice
hats?
cream afterwards.
You got
I'm
hats.
sorry.
You got
Yeah,
hats.
that was
Yeah, that's
that's
nice.
my hat.
That's a
Yeah,
nice
and
little hat.
it's a nice hat. I thank you to Susan for getting that for me. Getting it for Brownsville.
Woo! That is cool. What do you have to do to get a Jessica hat?
You got to go block walking, which I know you don't
Oh,
do it, Esma.
I don't do block walking. Yeah, it's not like I don't know why. I never got into the block walking thing. I know that it's expected from a lot of individuals say, "So when are you going to start block walking?" I'm going to go, "What?"
What?
You
What's that?
I did that. I actually did a little bit of block walking when I was running for mayor. I actually was able to go out and about to a couple of houses at Brownsville Country Club, and actually I think
Mm.
we went a couple of blocks, and then I just looked at everyone. I said, "Like, guys, let's not do this anymore."
Oh, you gave up. Was it
That's
a
it.
hot?
That's
Maybe it
not.
was a hot day.
It's not my thing.
Yeah.
So we stopped doing that. Hey, we also got Manny coming on. Hey, Manny, how's it going?
Manny be. Oh wow. Well, I'm so glad that I have you both on right now, and I'll tell you why.
Rutro.
Uh, no, I've been out knocking on doors, and I'll post some pictures. So anybody who wants to go to Jessica Puente Bradshaw for Brownsville City Commissioner District 3, please go to my Facebook page, like it. Um, so I've been out when I started doing the block walking. I kid you not, guys. They said, "Oh, I saw you on Erasmo and Manny behind the mic."
Oh!
I
That's
was like,
good.
"Really? You're kidding?" And I said, "Oh, so you're on Facebook?" No, I'm on YouTube, but I watch them there. And so yeah, same thing with Manny. I'm like, wow. So they're like, "I know who you are. I've seen you on Manny behind the mic like that. I know who you are." Like, oh, well, maybe hopefully that's a good thing. And I asked this one girl, I said, "Really, you're up that late watching Manny behind the mic?" And they're like, "Mm-hmm." I'm like, well, there you go.
Well, you know what? It's kind of
It,
a, and I was talking to some guys, actually some amazing young men that I'm actually hopefully going to start to work with in the very very near future. That are starting this new channel called SNN SNN, and it was really really interesting, and we had some good conversation, and I shared that with them, Jessica. You know that right now, because of everything that's going on, a lot of folk have extra time on their hands, and especially during the pandemic, and they'll be on here with us. And one of the things,
Mm-hmm.
Jessica, and Manny, you can correct me if I'm wrong. One of the reasons why they come on our shows, Jessica, is because a lot of folks, they want their voice to be heard. They want
Mm-hmm.
to express, they want to share their concerns, they want to share, this is our angst, this is what's bothering us, and they feel that there is no avenue in regards to reaching out to elected officials to get an answer. And I'll share two cases, and then I'll let y'all respond. It happens with Judge Eddie Trevino. I mean, the guy's inaccessible, guys. I mean, you cannot get to the guy, and you cannot speak to the guy. You cannot, and I have his cell phone number. He'll never pick up. Never is accessible to anyone. So, and again, guys, look to everyone out there. Do you want an elected official that you cannot communicate with? At this level, at the local level, guys. I mean, here locally, I mean, isn't it a shame that you cannot communicate with your county judge to share your concerns and share what you feel is ill practice in regards to what they're doing? The other case, and this just happened yesterday. A friend of mine was trying to reach one of the board members, actually the board member that ran against me, trying to reach the board member, and she could only get her assistant. And the assistant said that, she'll pass the message on to the board member. And I said, what? Really? I mean, since when do board members get assistants? Since when do local elected politicians, elected officials get assistants? I mean, isn't it a shame that you can't contact these individuals directly?
Yeah, I think, I've reached out to a few people, some of the other candidates to come on the show and talk.
Nada.
Haven't heard a thing. So one of them hasn't even opened a message yet to their campaign page. And I'm like, well, is that the kind of person we want to vote for in there?
No, I mean, that's their campaign page, Manny. You think, look at Jessica. Jessica's dressed for the part. Jessica has been out there working it. She's been working it. She's what we call, she's in the game.
Yep.
She's in the game. I'm here doing my lives. I'm here doing my thing. I don't do the block walking thing, but I'm working it. And for these candidates, Manny, you can't reach or won't respond to your text messages now that they're candidates. What makes you think, Manny, that they're going to respond to you if elected? That's
right. That's a telltale sign right there.
I'll say this. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I will say I'll give anyone and everyone the benefit of the doubt, including you, Erasmo, or you, Manny, right? You always have a situation, you'll call someone, they may not be able to respond or pick up right away. I get that. I'll even give them the benefit of the doubt that they need an assistant to get the message to them. That's fine. I won't dog them for that. However, is the assistant getting the message out, and are they responding? And that's the key. Are they responding? If they're not responding with or without an assistant, then that's no good for me. Now, this is what I'm leaving at people's doors. And when I do get a chance to talk to them, or if I don't, I'll leave a message saying, hey, I missed you. But I do have on this one, and I have it on this one. I'll show. I tell people, I said, this is my phone number right here. This one. It goes to a text message directly to me. It doesn't go to my assistant. It goes to me. And so it's not my cell phone, but it routes into my text messages. So I'm making myself accessible right off the bat because I want people to know that they can count on me. Now, I may not get to you immediately, but I will certainly get to you as quickly as I can, within 24 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll tell you what I'm hearing a lot of from the voters, and I'll post pictures so people know that I'm doing this for real. They're all saying the same thing you're saying, is that we cannot get through. No. Whether it's the city, whether it's a department, whether it's an actual commissioner, whether it's any supervisor, we're just not getting through.
No.
Police department. And it's really unfortunate because, and I've seen it on your page at Erasmo, and I'm sure many of you have probably covered it, but people are talking about the amount of taxes that they're having to pay. Their appraisals is going up. What, and everyone will say it. I don't mind paying the taxes. I just don't know where the money is going, or why am I not getting the attention that I am paying for? So there are some real horror stories, and I'm talking to people who work for the city and talk to anyone long enough, and after 5 minutes, they start telling you what's really going on.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah. You hit it right on the nail. I mean, look at guys, and we'll go back into accessibility in a little bit. But I want to touch on your point before I forget, because I'm getting old and things sometimes escape me. Today I was with William and with Eddie and I can't remember my other friend's name. We're talking and they're going, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm going like, it's not, sir. I'm not that old. It's okay. But I don't want to forget. So, guys, look, Jessica, what are the games that they play, guys? And we'll go through the comments real quick, guys. Let me just finish this point, and I promise we'll go to the comments. One of the games that they play right before election time, or a couple of months before, they'll say, you know what? We're going to lower your taxes. And everyone's like, oh, they're lowering the taxes. And everyone's like, yes. And they run on it. They put it on their little fancy push card, something that I don't do either. They put on their push cards, say, we lowered your taxes, and you go like, well, they lowered taxes. And you know what? People go like, yes, they lowered taxes. And then they get their taxes and they go like, crap, I'm paying $3,000-$4,000 more. How is it? They lowered my this. And I go like, well, yeah, but did you check your appraisal value?
Yeah.
They increased the value of your property by 20, 30, 40, 50, even $100,000. For what? The only reason is to be able to say that they're charging you less money, but they're actually taking more of your money in. Manny, am I right?
Yep. And again, to Jessica's point, paying the taxes, it's you want to see the value for your money. You want to see what you're getting for it. And part of that is being able to talk to and find these people and being able to communicate with your leaders and to just make it impossible to reach them. And maybe it's by design sometimes, but there should be an avenue for you to send a comment, send a message, or send a voicemail or something, and they should get back to you. I don't understand why they just ignore people.
Any word of
Right.
people arrangements for moral service for Coach Joe? As of yet, no, none as of yet. I mean, it just happened this morning, last night, so we should find out pretty soon. But yeah, I agree, Manny. I mean, guys, you want answers to your questions, and it'd be such a simple thing to do. Just be accessible to individuals. And look, something that Jessica mentioned is true. Look, a lot of the times, like today, I found it kind of hard to answer the phone. And I was getting calls. I was in Matamoros. I was in Harlingen. I was doing different meetings. Meetings with these young men with SNN, and yeah, I'm not like the mayor that says, "Well, I'm on Barney and Fox Business News." I only say I'm on SNN on the local channels, but guys, is that people just want their questions answered, and I think, Jessica, that's one of the reasons why people come on here, because they feel that we're going to have individuals on who are capable enough to share information. And look, it's like someone asked me today, hey, Erasmo, we have a question about this, and I said, you know what, I don't have the answer, but I'll get you the answer. I'll get you the answer. And that's what I think a lot of people appreciate. We're actually doing the jobs already, guys, of city commissioners, county commissioners, elected officials, guys. The difference is that we get results. They tend to not to. Quick question for y'all. If elected, will you vote to change McNair back to the original name? I'll start off with this one. Hell yeah. I mean, within the first 30 days, within the first 100 days, guys, I mean, I don't exactly understand the whole process in order to get it changed back, but I swear to my people on Fronton Street, immediately, as soon as humanly possible, I will move to make sure that Fronton Street is called Fronton Street again. Jessica?
Absolutely. When that vote happened, it was one of the first votes that happened that my opponent at the time, John Cowan, voted on. And I remember a person mentioning to me on a private message saying, I didn't vote for you. Now they were kind of questioning it. And they said, now I know that I voted for the wrong person. That's like the greatest and most saddest compliment anybody could get. But I when we live in a historic city, we actually brand ourselves as a historic city.
Yeah.
So to change a historic street name for whatever reason, I don't care what your status within the city is, that's completely unnecessary, and it's wrong. Now, if you want to have a new subdivision and we need street names, then go ahead and do that. But our historic street names should not be for sale. So yes, to that question, absolutely. Again, I also don't know the process, but I think that it's something that is definitely doable.
Yeah, I mean, guys, y'all know one thing. I was out there, complaining about it. I sat with my Fronton people. I was out there sharing their videos, sharing their pages, sharing their petitions, guys. It was completely uncalled for. Accessibility is the least that elected officials can do for their constituents. It's free. It just costs time, their time. They feel entitled. We need to we need down to earth representatives. 100%. Look, guys, I would appreciate. Let me say this, guys. Jessica mentioned John Cowan. the last time I heard from John Cowan in regards to coming out and giving a statement about something he was doing, guys, was when he was pandering for your votes.
Yeah.
It's the last time, guys. It's the last time that he would come on social media. The last time that we actually heard from him. Inaccessible, guys. Will not respond to anything that you ask. And good, look, guys. I have these folks' phone numbers, guys. I mean, the reason I don't text or call them is because I know for a fact that I'm not going to get an answer, guys. If I can't have an answer, that I have their cell phone numbers. I mean, do you think that you have a shot in hell to get a response from them? You don't.
Yeah, that's just so wrong. I don't like Teresa said, it's the least they can do. It doesn't cost anything. And the problem is when they don't return your call by the end of the day, a lot of them think, oh, forget it. I miss, the next day, that was yesterday, so I don't have to call them back. But that's not true. It might be a day or two late, but you could still call, reach out, and the people want to hear from you. And the more people who come on shows like yours and mine, like Jessica does, and everyone else did, Carlos, and everyone else has, people like to see that. They want to see your face online. They want to hear what you got to say, good or bad or different. They want to hear from you.
Right. Erasmo, Rosie Williams commented on that. Just to go back one. And I remember this. I read it just now. I was actually on my way to answer her text message. She sent me a text message through the campaign page, and I was just about to write. She asked, and I guess she asked all the candidates, what is my view on the city and fine arts? And I was just about to answer. If you don't mind me answering that question for Rosie right now.
Yeah.
So I just want to let everyone know I actually have a Bachelor of Fine Arts from the University of Utah. My major was in painting and drawing. I then did go into teaching. So I did go into education and used my Bachelor of Fine Arts to actually teach. So fine arts are an important part of any city, any when you have a city with culture that way, the community thrives because then there's a sense of appreciation. My children have been participants in the Carlota K. Petrina, which is Roca, and now they're working out of the Fine Arts Center downtown. So no, there's a lot of benefit to it. I'm so glad we have the Fine Arts Museum, Camille Leitner Playhouse, the whole thing. So when it comes to fine arts, the city does need to put more energy and effort into fostering that culture. And a lot of times it doesn't always cost money. It doesn't have to cost the taxpayers money to fund that culture. There are people who will donate money for that. There are people who will donate space. They will donate supplies so that we can foster that within our community. So I'm all for fostering it and helping it grow and really making it a valuable and focal point of our community so we can use it for tourism.
100%. Well, let me say, I know Rosie didn't send me the question, and I'll say, and I don't think Rosie needed to send me the question because the difference between myself and my opponents, and Rosie knows this, and my people in Brownsville know this, is that you hear from me every day. Everyone in Brownsville knows that Erasmo stands on fine arts. There is no greater champion for fine arts than Erasmo Castro, and because it's something that Lisa Papa, it's like beating a dead horse down here, guys. I'm going to continue to beat that dead horse until that dead horse turns into a pony. I'm just going to bang on it, because fine arts, guys, is what gets us individuals who dream big. And one of the posts I shared just a couple of hours ago was an article from the Texas Tribune, where again they're giving recognition to our Bradley Freeman Jr. And let me tell you guys, Bradley Freeman Jr. is the poster child of what a fine arts program and dreaming and working hard can get you guys. Bradley Freeman Jr. on Sesame Street, guys. From Brownsville, Texas, on Sesame Street, guys. Breaking barriers, guys. The first African-American Muppet puppet. I think they're Muppets, right? Out there. The first African-American puppet? Muppet?
Yep. Muppet.
I'm real good at fine arts.
Oh my God.
And that's just amazing, guys. But let me say this, and then I'll go to you, Jessica. Let me say this, guys. You know that he has yet to get recognized from the city commission or from the mayor, the
It's
city of Brownsville,
horrible.
or guys, the commissioner of the district that he lives in, guys, or his family lives.
Erasmo, we had a Chris Christopherson cultural district. Where did that go?
Nothing.
And you can talk about
Really?
that in another show. Because,
Yes.
yeah, we did. It got absorbed. And I'm not going to say into which other cultural district it did, but it did. So it's now gone. So we could have had two, but now we have one. Let me also say this. And I swear sometimes I think maybe I'm imagining this, but I remember back in the day. All right, Marcy, stop it. I remember.
Thank you,
my
Marcy.
voice. Yeah, I'm just playing Marcy. So please correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I was dreaming and it's now become part of my fabricated reality. When I was young, I used to attend the Charles Days parades and the Christmas parades, obviously, because we've had them for ages now. Do you remember that the Los Carros, right? The whatever. What do we call them in English?
Parade floats.
The floats.
Carro
They
folclórico.
used to be quite creative with actual
Yes.
mechanical movements of
Yes.
characters, right? I didn't imagine that or dreamt it.
No,
Because
yes.
because now it seems like they're just trailers with chairs and balloons or flowers.
Well, you know
Like
what happened
Oh,
just
hold on.
before.
So wait.
Oh, go.
So I'm not making this up, right?
No.
There has been a decline in the quality of these floats, which, by the way, is art. I don't care what anybody thinks. It's art.
is.
So now they're just like floating advertisements.
Yeah, I
That's what
agree.
So
Yeah.
I don't like that. Go ahead.
Well, and let me say that I think back then, Jessica, we were having a lot more floats coming over from Matamoros. A lot more floats were coming in from Matamoros, and let me tell you, those floats out there in Matamoros are mega, mega, mega creative. And I think that they were trying to highlight, actually like compete with each other in regards to the best floats. Now you're right. Now most floats actually have like, someone advertising on the sides, the college,
a banner, a phone number.
Yep.
Yeah, and insurance and all this other stuff and everything. I'm going like, and look, I've come out on every single parade out there except last year's because of this COVID-19 crap. No, wait a minute. I didn't come out. I can't remember why I didn't come out. Maybe I didn't come out, but it was at the start of everything. But guys, what I'm trying to get at is that it's part of who we are, and unfortunately, that it has been going into a decline. But again, no one is ever pressured to make things better around here.
Well, the one problem is people that donate. If I can say it real quick, people, I'll give you $500 to fix your float, but you got to put my name on it. I want my sign put up there. And a lot of times before, donations were kind of silent. They were just, I'm going to give money to that. I don't need my name plastered all over the thing. But things have changed. Marketing has exploded.
Hola, Fernando.
Right. And that's fine. You want to put some marketing in, put it in the bag. It shouldn't be all around the float, and it shouldn't just be your banner that you use for whenever you're anywhere. I mean, as your city commissioner, I can tell you right now that I would put some pressure on whoever's in charge of this to say, hey, you know what, guys, we got to step it up. We have got to step it up when it comes to the quality. The community, whether it was the employees, the students, the organizations, they were working on these and they were trying to make it look nice, and they were themed out for the season or for that year. And it seems like now it's just, okay, just slap on some balloons and a banner on a trailer and sit some people on top of it and call it a day. And that's why these, and then of course you have the bands, and they always do wonderfully, but these floats, I mean, that quality, the artistic quality has really declined. And I've never cared for it. I think, no, that has got to change.
Can I do a shameless plug now?
Love it.
Your show.
I feel I forget something. I feel that I'm just joking. I feel they know that for the most part we want to tell them what they're doing wrong, their shortcomings. But like Mr. Castro says, which I say quite regularly, prove us wrong. And guys, look, one of the things that I hate is that they're always coming out with, "Oh, you're just being negative." So we got our negative shirts.
There you go.
What is, ¿qué
We
dice abajo?
people, silent no more. We the people silent no more. I got the shirts in today because I got jealous about Manny having shirts. So I that I got some shirts. No, and I want to feed into the negative thing because it's the same thing that happened nationwide with oh, they're just deplorables, they're horrible, and it's happening now, guys. It's just all over the place. And look, that's fine. You want to label us as negative? That's fine. Prove us wrong. Challenge everyone out there, guys, that may have a different opinion in the election circles, guys. Come and prove us wrong. The mayor seems to be upset because we're calling out their missteps. Prove us wrong and just do the right thing. Why is it so hard to do the right thing? Good evening, Erasmo. Hello again,
Hi
Manny.
again, Betty.
Just
Hey guys, Erasmo, I can't say I got to go to work. I just wanted to come on for a few minutes, but my day job calls me. Thanks for having me on for a few minutes.
Boo.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
come
Some of
on,
us are
Manny.
not, millionaires like you.
Some of us aren't selling shirts like me.
Hey, can I plug my Cash App on your show?
No.
I knew it. Good night, everybody. Thanks for having me on. We'll see you
Love
tomorrow.
you, Manny. Bye.
See you later, Manny.
Good evening. Hello again, Manny. Jessica's right. We pay high taxes, have no response from city officials. Yeah. Nothing. Hey, Peanuts Gang, reporting in. Gay Peanuts. I make sure I always say the peanuts right. Erasmo, more yelling, please. I'm trying. Puras estás grandes. I'm not sure what that means. Pardon my manners. Good evening, Ms. Bradshaw, Mr. Castro, Mr. Manny. Thanks for keeping the conversation going. Doing our
Hi,
best.
Teresa.
Puras ratas grandes. That's what you were meant to say. Yes. Too many. Question number 2, buddy. Will y'all vote to audit the city's spending as well as an audit for PUB? You want to go this one first? You want me to go first?
No, I can go first. Absolutely. I know that on the ballot, there is a proposition to create an auditing board. Either vote yes or no. That's going to be something to definitely look at. My concern with having an audit is this an independent audit, or is this an audit by the friends and family or incompadres of the people that they're supposed to be auditing?
Yeah, let me tell you, guys, 100%. But Jessica is right. It serves us no purpose if you're going to have individuals auditing who are yes people for the current city commission and for the administration at the city of Brownsville, guys. Doesn't serve us purpose. Got to be an independent audit. Look, guys, we saw the independent auditor out there trying to give his recommendations in regards to GBEC after they disbanded and got rid of it, guys, to set themselves up and then to go give their buddy a $450,000 consulting gig, guys. So the nada sirvió. They didn't listen to the auditor in any way, shape, or form, guys. But let me say, are audits important for the city? 100%. Does PUB need to get out? Absolutely, guys. We still don't know, guys. It's been years, guys. It's been years. I would easily say 6 to 8 years, guys, that we've been yelling and screaming at the top of our lungs. What did you do with $135 million? And we have gotten different amounts. No one has an amount as to the exact amount of money that they took from us. And no one can give an accounting for that money. Guys, it's been 6 to 8 years. How is that even possible, guys? In those 6 to 8 years, we've had at least 3 different elections, folks. And we have yet to get one single response in regards to what happened to our PUB money, guys. And I'm not talking a chump change here, guys. I'm talking about 135 million of your dollars. Your dollars. It has to be audited. PUB, Jessica?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's just a matter of looking through the budget. But I think what we've had so far is we've had a leadership that is willing to offload their responsibilities on different boards and committees. And it's just easier that way. And it's unfortunate. I mean, I get it. We don't all have a million hours of the day. So we have to be able to function within that time period. But it would work better if the people that were in those boards and committees were people who actually had the best interest at heart and not the, like you call them, the yes people, right, Erasmo?
100%. Meetings, aka eating cookies. Let me say, guys, please come pick up my damn cookies because I'm eating them all, and that's not good. That's not good for my girly figure. Please, guys, come pick up some cookies, and please come pick up some damn shirts. Please. I hope you got to see the video I sent you about the city asking Oprah to help rebuild downtown Brownsville. Just one of many attempts by city elected officials to revitalize downtown with no luck.
What?
Yeah, it has actually it happened sometime back in regards to revitalize Brownsville. Guys, revitalizing Brownsville is not a new thing. It's something that has been going on for a while, guys. And they did a little banner out there, and a lot of folks like, revitalize Brownsville, revitalize Brownsville.
Hmm.
This was easily 12 years ago, Rolando. And you
But
can
Oprah?
yeah, they sent it to Oprah. And it was quite an event, let me tell you guys. And I went like, guys, downtown, yeah, it's over. Take it behind the barn. Shoot that sucker. Tax increase in our city sounds more like money laundering to cover up financial theft at the official level. It feels like it. Let me tell you, Grand Theft Auto. My appraised value went up. I'm going to get a house like Fred Sanford. Now I got that song in
That's
my. Dun, 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 dun.
there's from the doors that I knocked at, I'd say, and I won't say how many, but there were quite a few. There was a handful of people who commented on their appraised value going up and their taxes going up. So that is definitely at the forefront, right now for a lot
Are
of
people
people.
upset with the incumbents?
I'm sorry.
Are people upset with the incumbents?
I think so. Yes. I mean, definitely. They're not seeing the results, and kind of to your point, they'll campaign on something and then it doesn't happen, and they'll campaign on something, it doesn't happen. They're just, so many are feeling unheard, unlistened to.
Yes. Coach Joe Rod was an amazing, amazing man. Hey, the cheese, Jessica, Manny.
Hey,
That's
Ray.
how behind we are in the comments. As commissioners, will you guys allow transsexuals and transvestites and their allies into women's restrooms at city buildings? Uh, Let me say, I don't think it's under commissioner's authority to be out there in regards to letting anyone in or out of restrooms. With that said, if the question is, do I think that men should go to men's restrooms and women should go to women's restrooms? Yes, without a doubt. Men should go to men's restrooms and women should go to women's restrooms. As newly elected officials, audits should be a must. Research, uncover, expose, correct, start fresh with a clean slate. By the way, I voted for Ms. Bradshaw the last time she ran for office. Woo!
Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you, Terry. Love you, Terry. You answered a question for me today. Thank you, Erasmo. My doctor says it's not supposed to burn. A creed told me to stay away from. Hey, I'm here to serve, guys. I answer any and all questions that are sent my way. So I'm glad you found help, Mike Pineapple. I hope that gets healed up lickety split. Brownsville is run by the same family since the early 1900s. It hasn't progressed since. And Jesse's right, guys. Let me say, some Jessica was mentioning how how the parades have started to decrease in quality. Guys, not only the parades, the zoo, and I mentioned this morning, guys. We can't feed the animals at the zoo. The zoo, guys, they made a GoFundMe page to feed our animals at the zoo. A GoFundMe page, guys. Camille Playhouse, a GoFundMe page, guys, to keep them in business. They couldn't keep their people anymore. They had to get rid of them, guys. It's embarrassing, folks. It's embarrassing. But it goes into tune with everything else. The airport, Jessica, you know that we have a historical airport? I mean, Amelia Earhart, Lindbergh, Charles Lindbergh was here. We had the Confederate Air Force here. We have nothing now.
No.
Elected officials must do only with consent from the public. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why, Jesse, it's so important to continue to have constant communication with the public as elected officials running for office or individuals who are interested about our community, guys. We need dialogue, Jessica.
Yeah, we do need dialogue, and we also need, as commissioners, regardless of who's in there, but more so if you're a commissioner like myself who is running to be a voice of the people, you have to have the community behind you. And what does that look like? I think it looks like this. If I'm going to stick my neck out for my beliefs or the beliefs of the people, it's important to have people making the phone calls, showing up to the meetings, writing the letters, emails, campaigning themselves to say this is what we want, and listen to this commissioner because they are speaking what we want. When anyone votes and they think that that is the end of what they needed to do, then that's also not right.
No.
They we depend as leaders who are here to represent people. Those leaders depend on the voice of the people. Your voice does not turn off the minute you drop the ballot in the box. It continues full term.
Who is this exactly one there? Aren't there enough new streets being made to change the name of your own good? 100%, guys. I don't see it makes no sense. McNair inherited from dad and mom his construction company. It's crazy. Erasmo, don't remove the name de la Villa Verde, homeboy. Guys, I grew up around la Villa Verde, guys. It's going to stay Villa Verde for as long as Erasmo Castro is alive. I promise you. I grew up with my raza, Dwayne, out there. I tell people, Dwayne was from Villa Verde. I know it's kind of hard for people to remember, but it's my clica. We used to hang out, Volaris, Dwayne, everyone's from the Villa Verde. And Dwayne was the first African-American kid here in Brownsville, I would say. And oh my gosh, we loved Dwayne. We used to always hang out with Dwayne. And I mentioned that because in case people ask, like, well, I have African American friends, but in case they want to make it into a racial thing. But no, guys, of course, La Villa Verde is going to remain La Villa Verde for as long as I have breath in my lungs. I want to become a realtor for the LGBTI community. You guys think that there's a market now that Starbase is bringing in more open-minded people from Califas? I don't think. Let me say, in regards to the LGBTI community, LGBTQ community, isn't it? Again, I don't know.
Cute, but
I don't know all the other little letters because now it seems like they have like 1,000 other letters attached to the LGBTQ. I stopped at LGBTQ, guys. That's no more. So if you want to add more on, that's fine. It's up to y'all. I'm stopping at LGBTQ. Guys, let me say, Brownsville is probably one of the most accepting cities, guys, in regards to LGBTQ folk. I've lived in, guys. The most accepting, guys. Again, I don't think there's any discrimination here. There's no, let me tell you, unfortunately for us, we are, and again, I'm not condoning it, but it happens, guys. A lot of the individuals here in the city of Brownsville, they grow up with a lot of the verbiage, a lot of the words that a lot of people just grew up with, guys. But again, those are the things that we really need to change and be a little bit more open-minded in regards to individuals' own personal choices that they do, 100%. So I don't think that Brownsville has an issue with the LGBT community here. I don't feel it. I mean, unless I'm just misreading it, but guys, I have no issue whatsoever. Or anyone else in the city of Brownsville, not anyone that I know of.
Right.
She lying, Rosie Williams. She wasn't going to answer until you put her. Jessica was out and about campaigning, guys. So yeah, Mike, you're just trying.
I literally walked in the door when Erasmo sent me the link, and so I just haven't had a chance. But that's okay.
I actually
Mr. Pineapple.
I actually
Piña.
I actually got to see Jessica before she put on that cap, and let me tell you, she was out there doing a lot of work.
Sweaty.
I have two young adults in my family, and one of their many reasons for wanting to leave is because there's no cultural. There isn't, guys, and there isn't to that point. But again, guys, it's up to us, guys. And let me tell you, one of the things that I think that I'm concerned with, guys, is that they're missing the mark in regards to the cultural. And again, it has to do with not being in tune with what's going on in our community, guys. And I've been saying this for a while, and I'll continue to say it. Again, I met up with three amazing individuals today, who I hope we could start working on some certain projects that I envision, and then using their creativity, their vision, and pushing a lot of things forward. But unfortunately for us, they're not in tune with what is really going to transcend. Like, guys, everywhere around the country, you hear podcasts, guys. Podcasts. You see a lot of individuals getting into the vlogging, getting onto YouTube channels. Being very, very extra creative. It's not encouraged down here that much because something that I think Jessica said or somebody else said, because of our shows and us putting individuals on blast, people get to hear, get to see what's going on, what's going wrong with the city of Brownsville on a daily basis. And look, guys, you may think that I'm tooting my own horn, but to heck if I'm not. Let me say, guys, because of these shows, guys, because of us calling them out, a lot of people, y'all know that we've affected change at the district. We have affected change in the city of Brownsville, folks. We've affected change in Cameron County. And I'm proud to say that it's because of individuals coming together and voicing their concerns, their opinions on an open forum, which is what we provide, which is what is desperately needed in the city of Brownsville, Jessica.
It is. And I think that a lot of times, people, we have a newspaper that it's basically non-existent when it comes to the news. Yeah. We don't really have a local news station that is going to give us any up-to-date information.
South Fork suck.
And so, and then of course, I know that the bloggers are out there and they exist, and that's a whole nother segment of society, if you ask me. But and of course we got Facebook and Twitter. A lot of people here don't use Twitter as much, although I know that they do use it. People want to know what's happening, and I think that the next step after this is to make sure that we are now an active community. Now that we have the information, what are we going to do with it? What are we going to do to affect change? And I will say this, that the more active that we get, the more difficult or the more strenuous the job will become. And that job is of being a leader. It's been very easy for many years already to go somehow get elected and reelected and reelected, and then you just kind of fade for those years, like for your term, and then show up when it's reelection time.
Yeah.
And nothing gets done, and people are frustrated from all of that. And so now that people are becoming informed through the Facebook groups, through the media, this new networking media, people are starting to get vocal, and that's what we need.
Preach. Hey, did you get a hold of the news today for the Glass Palace? No. Sylvia wearing a BISD shirt at the board meeting. Guys, someone send me a picture, please. Who is the commissioner that is running over here where I live on La Feria Road? I'm going to. I think that you're at District 3. District 3. It's over there past 802, Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
Past McAllen Road.
Oh, past McAllen Road on 802 is District 4.
Okay, District 4. You might be in District 4, Ben. That's the Joe Valdez's district.
Yes.
Evolution. Yes. Let me go back. Reasons for wanting to leave is because there's no cultural evolution in Brownsville. Places where they can expose other cultures. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And it's something that I've been screaming out for years now, guys. Guys, food is culture. Dress is culture, guys. It teaches, guys. And It's something that we have been lacking here in the city of Brownsville, guys, and it's time to open individuals' eyes. Guys, look, people look at me crazy because sometimes I wear a curta. You know, people don't even know what a curta is. It's not a curtain, guys. It's a curta. Or I'll wear a frock. People don't know what a frock is. People trip out because I wear a kilt. Let me tell you, there's nothing more liberating than wearing a kilt, guys. It's amazing. People freak out because I wear this Chinese Japanese garb. Guys, it's culture. Culture. I love it. And that's what going to bank, bag and bang that horse. I said I was going to kick the horse. I wasn't going to bang the horse. If that don't get you to vote, I know what you did there, Mike. Chihuahuas. You're just wanting to get me in trouble. If we had our yard nicely cut and home looking nice, we get punished by tax hikes. It's not so much the tax hikes; it's the appraisal values that screw you over, Rocha.
Mm-hmm.
It's the appraisals. That's what kills us. The pimp and the pimped account. What? I don't, I don't even want clarification. I don't even know what that is. You are still young, Jessica. Yes.
Thanks,
Miss,
Loli.
raise the volume. We can't hear half the things you're saying.
Oh no, how's that?
Yes.
Is that better?
Yeah, Charlie Brown's just hard of hearing.
Okay.
Thank you for your responses, Roger. Fine arts is not giving its proper place, but I'm hopeful city might make it their priority since we have an entire area dedicated to it. Yes, Ricardo, we have discussed this topic extensively, especially this morning. Yes, and you know I'm passionate about my fine arts. Manny Scott. No se oye.
No se oye. I know. Entonces, I need to repeat everything I said before.
Charlie Brown is just está viejito. What happened to the money from the Friendship Garden when the city sold it, or the money from the Port of Brownsville? Go ask Raul Bastedo. Again, Jesse, it's one thing after another after another. We've mentioned the bridge to nowhere up at the port. We've mentioned uh, Titan Tires. We've mentioned T-Mobile. We've mentioned Flight Frontera. We've mentioned Tanasca. We've mentioned PUB. We've mentioned all of them, guys. Every so often, we get screwed over by the politicos, by elected officials who pocket the money that should be going to our people. Nothing changes. Same thing over and over and over again. Manny, how do you record with two microphones connected to one computer? I
He'll
was
have to. He'll
yeah
have to be here to provide that technical
yeah. Let me tell you guys,
insight.
I do not. That's why one of the reasons why I want to partner up with these three young men who are from Harlingen, who want them to help me out because look, I have a camera right there that I still can't connect to my computer.
Oh.
I'm not that tech savvy, guys. And this setup that I have here, let me tell you, it took a lot of trial and error to get it to this perfection, to make this handsome face stand out. Gonna have a float for Brad. Yes! Yes, we are. We are going to have a Brad, and I better be included on this float. Brad,
Now, when he says Brad, is this a Brad I don't know about, or is he trying to say Bradshaw? Because if he answers
Bradley
Bradshaw, I'd
Freeman.
be happy.
Bradley
Oh.
Freeman, our Sesame Street guy.
Oh, that Brad.
And Beto, I still have the puppet. You have one for you too. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Beto, I have the puppet that I promised Bradley. I have it in my house, and I was looking at it, and it's amazing. I love that puppet. I don't know what it's called, but I'll bring it tomorrow. I'll have it tomorrow, and I'll show it to everyone tomorrow. It is amazing, and I haven't forgotten. I just the truth of it is, I had someone clean my house, and all of a sudden I found it like in a bag. I'm going like, what the hell is one of my prized possessions doing in a bag?
In a trash bag.
Yeah, no, it was a trash bag. Even the school bands from Matamoros. Yes, I remember.
I remember that.
Bring back tar and feathers. Let me write that down. tar and feathers. Might get arrested for it though, but sure would be fun. Hey, other Charlie Brown, don't California, our Texas. Charlie Brown is fighting with, was it gay Charlie Brown?
Gay Charlie or something.
Gay peanuts. The decorative floats were from Matamoros. Yes, they used to come over more. Even the bands are way. They have a huge paper mache piñata business over there. Yes, guys, let me tell you, they were creative.
We can do it. We can do it too. We don't, we can compete with that. Come on, guys.
Mendiga ratas. Proud mom, Vero. Love you, Vero. Hello, everybody. Linda.
Hello, Linda. I love her plumeria picture. Love it.
Oh, yeah, that's like exactly, Manny. It's all about the marketing. We're that behind.
Wow, we're really behind.
We need to make Charlie Days
great again. As commissioner, I will make sure we make it great again.
Manny, oh my gosh, it's been a while. Even the floats of carros alegóricos have been politicized and become business-oriented advertising and business of whom the politicos. They used to be about art from both cultures. You're right, Miss Bean.
Yes.
Manny, I want a t-shirt, brother. Bro, what about my damn shirt? Fernando, ¿qué pasa, Fernando? Hey, Marisa, hermosa.
Hi, Marisa.
Yeah. Marisa came to my office today, and she took something from me. Cowboys are up 1-0. Erasmo, have you seen the new Star Trek Picard teaser? Oh my God, can't wait. You know what? I actually started watching Picard, and I sort of got a little bit on the discouraged side. Did the show improve? Because honestly, guys, I was having a hard time actually following through with it. Let me know, Charlie. I'm interested. I'm a Trekkie. I remember Corpus Christi would bring us some awesome floats as well. Some rather amazing floats from Matamoros. There used to be the best float contest by people.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad I wasn't dreaming all of that. I really thought for a second, maybe I'm just dreaming it because no one else seems to know that this is not right.
Dream.
Oh, yes, proof is important. Today's city meeting proved that. People spoke up and they had much to say.
Good job.
I'm glad. I was out block walking, so I didn't get to see that.
Cuídate, Elon Musk. Oh. I'm in Corpus.
Síguele, Erasmo, what are you reading?
Sorry, Joe sending us a comment. He is wanting to give us a update in regards to what's going on at the Hannah game. At the Porter game. Hold on, let me just get it on there real quick. Sorry, guys. And when Joe talks, we've got to respond. Let's see. The mayor too busy on his celly.
No.
No.
On his cell phone. That's terrible.
While people were talking? Oh my goodness. Yikes. I made Manny run. Yeah, she scared him, Linda. I remember growing up with the floats from Corpus Christi Buccaneers would come. Oh, yeah. The audit of Los Amigos gets it right. Number chat up. Question number 3. Will y'all look to hire a city manager that knows how to run a city?
Erasmo, let me say this. Because it's not just about me. Remember, when we were running as commissioner, you're running to be a voice of the people. And in today's and previous block walks, the public is not satisfied with the city manager at all. These are everyday voters. So the reason I say this, David, it's not because I don't want to answer the question. The reason I say this is because this is not about Jessica's opinion, and this is probably not about Erasmo's opinion. This is the opinion of the everyday voter. They are not happy at all.
Well, I'm going to say, go.
And I've also spoken to people within the city, whether it's the police departments or in the certain departments, and they're not happy with the city manager. That says a lot.
It does. Let me say this, guys. I have not seen city manager throughout the pandemic, throughout the energy crisis. Nothing. Last time I heard about the city manager was when he was getting a $25,000 raise in the middle of a pandemic for doing jack squat. Nothing. And going back to what Jessica mentioned, people are upset at his job performance because it's
Mm-hmm.
been null and void. Nothing. And I'm sorry, guys. No job performance, and you're still going to give someone a $25,000 raise? For what?
I'll say I will quote somebody uh, that I spoke with today, and their words were, "This guy," the quote, "This guy is milking us, and based on how much we're paying him, I don't think he'll ever leave because he's literally robbing us." That's what he was saying. He says, "I wouldn't leave either if I was getting paid that much to do nothing."
No one has addressed NASCAR or Casa en Island. They haven't. They won't.
Ni lo harán. Mm-mm.
They won't, guys. They don't have an answer for Casa de Island. And Lolita, how long have you been screaming for an answer in regards to Casa de Island? We have gotten nothing. Nothing. Cuídate de las ratas, Elon Musk. Hola, sobrino.
Oh, cute.
Desde Guadalupe, Nuevo León.
Oh, I love his picture. Cute.
It is cute. It is cute.
Mhm.
Question number 4. Should the city and PUB have mandatory biannual outside audits? Yeah.
Even a quarterly audit. I mean, come on. There's enough money there.
Let me say, guys, the more audits, the better, guys, especially with the amount of some money that they're handling. But more importantly, the money that they're handling, I would dare say the money that they've been mishandling, guys, that we know have been going into the pockets of individuals. Look, guys, let me say in regards to the GBEC board, guys, they approved a $450,000 consultant. $450,000 consultant, guys. For what? Exactly.
To consult.
To
To consult.
That's crazy.
And do we know what consulting is? It's to tell people what to do. Are they doing it?
No.
Okay.
There he goes. Hey,
Update.
Joe. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Joe. Hi, Joe.
Hi,
So,
hi.
what's the score, Joe?
Oh man, what a great game. Uh, I know the score doesn't reflect it 1-0, but my God, it was a nail biter through the entire game. It was awesome. Our boys played fantastic. It was exciting. I mean, we had a huge fan base. It was awesome. It was a great game. It was awesome experience.
So, we won by 1-0.
We won 1-0. These boys were tough. Dripping Springs, they're a tough team. They play tough, but man, the Big Blue is on fire. We're playing strong.
What's the next game? Next game?
I think I'm catching a bad.
Connection.
Next game? Sordo. Sordo.
Oh, we lost him.
Oh, I
Oh,
heard
here he
it.
comes.
You hear us? Hello?
Yeah, I think I'm in a bad area, man.
Well, thank you for letting us know about the win.
No worries, no worries. Thank you.
All right.
Think I'm
Thanks, Joe.
Oh.
I kicked him out. David Smith, let me tell you, I've known David for a long time. David Smith is usually always right.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing ever happens with an open show. Nothing. Porter won 1-0. Hey, Miss Huerta!
Mary Lou.
Did you see Fondo Laboral It's because he's the butt of the super. Not only does he get a bus kit, but he also gets the cushy salary. Must be nice. I blame the idiots like them who continue to praise him. Let me tell you guys, fondo laboral, crap, guys. Let me tell you, those guys are so splintered off that they can't be effective in regards to fighting for the rights of our bus drivers out there. They always support the wrong individuals. My girlfriend Cindy was from Villa Verde. Chee! Villa Verde in the house. Hey, Joe. Joe. Joe!
Yeah.
You hear us?
Let me try when I get out of this area. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I'm in a bad zone, Erasmo. I'll
All
try
right.
in a little bit when I get out of here.
Yeah, bye. You look like ABBA. Like an ABBA video. Let's try to finish up before he comes back. What's up, Robert? Love you, Baba. Now, what is Brownsville officials doing at their level outside of federal directive to combat immigration and illegal border crossing? Not a damn thing.
Mm-mm.
Not
They're
a,
not even complaining.
no. Guys, it is a deterrent. Have a good night, guys, and I'll send some smacks and books. Woo! Love you. Amelia Earhart actually stopped at our airport to buy a map. She was never seen. We only had. La Vía Verde y las Prietas con sapos. Yes, I love my Las Prietas. Polo soccer team! Woo! Congratulations, my man. Tell Jessica I was kidding. We know you. You know you were. I remember the notorious gang La Parra at the yes.
Yes.
The city should erect a monument there. No wait in second don't that it will be taken down by the McNair clan. I was born and raised in Brownsville, La Villa Verde for vida. Question for both. What will you guys do with the tent city and working girls in downtown? They have to go in order for the handful of family businesses downtown to be respected. You want me to go first on this one?
Go ahead.
Let me say, guys, I think we should just leave the women downtown by themselves. Let them do what they do. And I don't mean that in a bad way, guys, but it's kind of a weird thing. It's just part of Brownsville, guys. You know, let me tell you, if people want to go downtown to go pick up individuals, more power to them, guys. I mean, not telling people how to live. In regards to the tent city, I'm concerned. I'm concerned about the tent city more than anything because it is a super spreader. And let me tell you, it is probably a haven for crack holes. You know, and I'm sorry, guys, we don't need any more places for individuals to go out there and smoke crack. We don't. And look, guys, it's the same thing that I've been saying in regards to the people that are standing out in the corners of the streets, guys. Stop giving them money. Don't give them money, and they won't be spending that money on little piedritas, guys. It's just the truth. So I'm more concerned about the tent city, guys, and the mental health aspect of it all than individuals out there, you know, working people out on and I don't think that the people out there that are selling their wares downtown actually make it lose respect for downtown, guys. I think it's all the crappy stores that have just deteriorated into nothingness out there, guys. When again we mentioned this, I think yesterday, guys, we used to have powerful stores downtown, you know, great stores downtown. Now all we have is chinitos. Nothing against chinitos. I like chinitos. I like them a lot. Jessica?
I think that, you know, in a question like that, we have to think about the needs of the city and safety, obviously. And one of the complaints that we have that I have heard a lot of is the police response time, and then the officers. I've heard it from the officers as well. that in some cases, and I'm just going to say it here, I spoke to someone who told me that in some cases we have one officer on patrol for the whole city, Erasmo. One officer. That is completely unsafe. Now, that may be for a 2 hour span. I don't care if it's a half an hour span. That's not right for the city. So when we have things like panhandling, prostitution downtown, and we can talk about the tent cities and people doing drugs or the homelessness issue. Can we really truly expect our limited police force to address our needs as a community and those needs, that aspect of the community as well? So whatever it is that we're going to do and enforce has to be, we have to take into consideration the force that we have to work with. And so, yes, should we clean up downtown? Absolutely. But at the same time, how much of that is going to, how much energy is that going to take from our police force when we don't even have a police force to take care of the everyday homeowner who's getting their house shot at, or a domestic dispute, or neighbors fighting? I mean, to where people are having car accidents and the officer says, I don't have time to fill out the report, here's the paper, you fill it out and you deal with it because I'm leaving. That's what we're experiencing right now in the city of Brownsville.
So when we go out and vote, our district doesn't have a commissioner running. Will we still vote commissioner at large? Yes. What is commissioner
Yes.
at large anyways? It is all throughout the city of Brownsville. So Betty, I just don't need your vote. I need Barney's vote. I need Bam Bam's vote.
Wilma?
I need Wilma's
Is it Wilma?
vote. Wilma's vote. I
Fred?
need Fred's vote. I need
Pebbles?
what's that guy, the boss, Mr. Slater?
Mr. Slate?
Mr. Slate's vote. I need everyone's vote, guys. That's part of the not the luxury, part of the good thing about running at large is, guys, anyone and everyone and their mother can vote for Erasmo Castro. For Jessica, Carlos, or that other guy, it's going to be solely in that district right there, District 3. And I personally, I just think that that's a harder race to run. My appraisal went up by 35,000 again. Come on, man. 35,000. Who is Miss Bradshaw running against?
Do you need to know? Just vote for me.
I'll answer the question. She is running against Roy de los Santos and Carlos Elizondo. Hey, Jessica.
Hey, Fernando.
Once upon a time, we had a commissioner in District 2 who cared that way too, Olga, and then she stopped. Still, I have faith in Jessica Bradshaw. Just stay kind to your city people.
Mm-hmm.
LGBTQRSTUVWX. You want me to get me in trouble with the LGBTQ committee, don't you? A mí no me hablan de Sesame Street, puro topo chicha. I loved it. So many students on campus, no social distancing, mask off, 100%. Nazareo!
Buenas.
I love you. I can say Miss Puente Bradshaw is truly in it for Brownsville. Many blessings. Miss
Many
Deaton!
blessings, Veronica.
Love you, Miss Deaton.
Fine lady.
She is amazing. I love her. She knows. I remember going over to Matamoros on a float, and the people over there took off all the light bulbs.
No mientas, Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown. They would have let you cross back. Okay, Erasmo, your T-shirt. Also, brother. Yes! Guys, come pick up my damn shirts. I can say that Ms. Bradshaw is Brownsville City Commissioner District 3 is truly in it for Brownsville. Yes! Love Ms. Deaton. Erasmo season, it got better and finished strong. They just announced Q will be making an appearance. Can't wait. Oh! I love Q! Star Trek. No! Okay, I'm going to watch it now. Now I'm going to go watch. I'm not even joking, guys. I actually got CBS that app crap stuff, and I'm paying like $5-6 a month just to watch Picard. And let me tell you, I was pretty upset because it wasn't doing it for me. But I'm going to take your word, Charlie Brown, and I'm going to watch it because I love Star Trek. Miss Leal, hope you're coming on to the rescue. Time is of the essence. Truth needs to come out to open the eyes of electorate and motivate them to push change forward once and for all. Please, Marisa. Let's go, Porter. Alex, this is my man. Love you, Papa. Let's go, Porter. Let's go, Porter. Let's go, Porter. They took the dub. They took the win. They took the win. Good job, Alex. Love you. We have a city manager. What the hell? Seriously? We do? Haven't seen him. Almost done. Caught it up. Pura Pura! Nathan, my man. How do you feel about Elon Musk donating money to Cameron County? Let me say, guys, the more money that he dishes out, the better. I think a lot of the money that was given by Elon Musk to Cameron County, we don't know exactly how he wants it distributed because it was for schools in Cameron County. That includes everyone. It might include daycares. It might include private schools. It might include public schools. It might include colleges. It might include universities, guys. So we just don't know. We haven't gotten specifics as of yet. Jessica?
Right. And some of that money, the one for the schools for Cameron County, it could be allocated towards an engineering or some sort of math, STEM, science program. It would only make sense. I'm just assuming. And in that case, it would be divided equally among the districts, and then the districts would then divide it out, perhaps. And then at that point, within the schools, they might say, hey, we're going to allocate it to whatever schools have the program, and et cetera, et cetera. So now there's two ways that Elon Musk could be doing this. He could be saying, hey, I'm putting money out there and my publicity's done. Do with it what you want, and allocate it wisely. Or he could say it's going out directly and we're going to watch it every step of the way. You know, we don't know the details. I think it's great, but we don't know the details, at least not yet.
I'm sure it's funny to ask, can a private citizen hire an outside audit to audit the city? I just wonder if we have that much power. Your voice is your vote, is your elected official. With that said, private citizens can audit as much as they can. Let me tell you that we still do have open records requests, guys. So there's a probability of getting some of the documentation out there. Unfortunately, not all of the documentation out there. So again, but let's focus on making sure that the individuals we vote into office are going to be accountable to us, accessible to us, and will answer our questions. Something that we don't.
And just I want to add to that, Yasmin, we absolutely do have that kind of power. When you don't feel heard, or let's just say, for example, that information is not coming to us through this, from the city, we would escalate. And at that point, you could escalate to the county and escalate even to the state. And so a lot of times people and organizations don't want to have that kind of responsibility or don't know that they can do that. But absolutely, we can demand and ask. And that's our city government is supposed to be representative of the people. So definitely, if that's what the people want, the city must comply.
Let me say, guys, Jessica's right. Driving while texting, give Joe the Trey Award. No, I think it was at the meeting. Dripping Springs sounds home of Salt Lick Barbecue. Have you been? It's good. I've been to Salt Lick. I've been to Salt Lick in Austin. Deja de hablar de gangs, Erasmo, and leave the prostitutes. I was pro prostitutes, guys. Dad, don't be listening to the show tonight. Okay, so 10 cities are super spreaders. Super spreaders? Well, let me tell you something. Those prostitutes are super spreaders too. Bien's. You're going to get me in trouble. Hey, Joe.
How about now? Can you hear me?
There you are, Joe.
Hey, Joe, Ben had a comment for you.
You got it, Mr. Ben. Thank you. I'll message you and I'll get that to you tomorrow. Hi, Miss Jessica.
Hi, Joe. Nice to formally or finally meet you.
Likewise, yeah. The feeling is mutual.
Crest, Three Sisters, Sears, JCPenney, HEB, Majestic Theater, and others. Capital. A lot of places are going downtown. It's not a lack of manpower. It may be corruption dictating our local law enforcement capability in reality. There might be something to it. Get all the prostitutes in a union, like a work union.
Ay, piña.
Ay, Mike, vas a meter en problemas. Jessica, after hearing from your constituents, are you still up to giving the city manager more training on what his job entails, or will you put him on the agenda to get rid of him?
I don't think that the city manager needs more training. I think that employees within the city are functioning without training. Now, whether they want the training or not, that's a whole nother story. And if your job requires training and you're not willing to take it or actually follow the training, then that's a problem. Our city manager came with credentials from, I believe it was Grapevine, Dallas, outside of Dallas.
Yeah.
And so he came, he came with a great resume. Now, I was concerned as a citizen that Grapevine was not large enough or had the needs that we have in a city like Brownsville. But if he cannot handle the city of Brownsville coming with that kind of resume, then yeah, definitely. Like I said, the people are not happy with him. And if the people aren't happy with him, the commission needs to reflect that.
Joe, what's your take on the city manager?
We have a city manager. I think that your elected officials need to hold them accountable and set the standards and expectations for your city manager. I mean, they ultimately brought him in, and we need to hold him accountable to his position. I could see this man on the street and I would not know who he is. I don't know anything about him.
Mhm.
I mean, he's not anywhere reachable, visible. So, I mean, we need to put light a little fire under him and hold him accountable for his position.
Stole the light bulbs, ni tienen electricidad allá.
No, you're right. I agree. I agree with you, Joe. Absolutely. He needs to be held accountable. And it is, and this is what I hear from people that I've talked to. He goes and he gets told everything's okay. So he just basically turns around and tells the commission everything's okay. And the commission's like, I guess everything's okay. Well, it's not okay if people on both ends, meaning the workers in the city, police departments included, and then the community, if they're not okay, then no, you can't come to the middle within the city manager, the city commission, and the upper management and say it's all okay. Because clearly the majority of the population, workers and civilians, are not okay. Thank you, Fernando.
Not in the slightest.
No. Erasmo, there was rewind. That was a really good question that came up, and maybe Joe wants to also ask this one. Who makes up the actual city council, and they're raising property values? Houses still look run down. This to me sounds like the first step to gentrification, especially those that live close to the port like Rivera. They need to bring the values back down. Who makes the council? Okay, you can move it because we want to see Joe.
Oh, this
so
sounds
the council is made.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it is. The council is made up. Let me see. In regards to the appraisal values, guys, we're going to have to go all the way to the county, guys, in regards to what's going on. It is a county tax, guys, and the county, Cameron County Appraisal District, is the one that actually does all these. Do you see it, Joe, or no?
No, I really can't see
He's
that.
driving.
No, I'm not driving. I would not be driving.
Oh, no,
no.
That's good.
Let me say, guys, it is the Cameron County Appraisal District, guys, and it is composed of a lot of individuals from the different boards, different committees throughout the city of Brownsville, guys. Again, all of them elected officials, guys. So we need to make sure most of them elected officials. I'll take that back. But guys, again, we need to hold our elected officials accountable in regards to them getting down to the nitty-gritty in regards to what's going on in the city of Brownsville, guys. Ultimately, it does fall on the citizens of the city of Brownsville. Look, it doesn't serve us it doesn't do us any good if Jessica goes knocking on every single door in District 3 and everyone complains about what's going on in regards to the lack of representation on the city commission, guys, or the lack of infrastructure throughout the District 3 that is really, really, in a bad form. Guys, we need these individuals not only to be out there sharing their concerns and their complaints, we need them to go out there and vote. And not only vote, but bring in family members, friends, everyone else out to vote.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, Erasmo. That's one of the things that in starting the block walking, because we've already started to go out and talk to people in District 4, and that's one of the things that we're encouraging everybody is that Don't just complain. Don't just bring up the problem. Is do something about it. Come out, bring your family, anyone that is a registered voter, bring your neighbors. But I tell them, bring your complaint to the polls and make a difference there, not just on social media, not just talking about it. Like it's time to take the bull by the horns and come and make a difference.
Amen, brother. Erasmo, we love seeing you at Rudy's, by the way. I love you! Love you, bro. Let me tell you, every single time I go to Rudy's, guys, I appreciate the warm welcome my workers out there do. Ezequiel, send my love to everyone out there. Y'all are amazing, guys. And I love going to Rudy's. I'll be at Rudy's tomorrow just because of you, Ezequiel. Thank you. Ya sabes que...
Hey, does that mean that you're treating the Rudies or what?
Yeah, no.
That sounded like an
Thank you,
invitation.
Yasmin.
Joe,
Thank you. God bless you too.
You know
and
me
your
better
family.
than that, Joe. Just as nice to meet you, and you have a great demeanor. I hope you win. God bless. We will y'all work to bring the property values back down? I'll say mine. Yes, I will do my best to go out there and advocate Cameron County and make sure that something be done about it, guys. Let me say, I mean, I don't know how much control, much power we will have as city commissioners, but you better believe I will fight for you.
Erasmo, can I address that for a second?
Yeah.
I've actually been speaking, I speak to a lot of people because I don't want to say things that are erroneous and give anybody any false hope. But I have spoken to people that know what they're talking about. And there is a way to bring property values, and not property values down, because we don't want that, but there is a way to get tax incentives and tax credits for homeowners who are actively working on renovating their homes, particularly in the historic districts. Now, the catch is that we have some declared historic districts. We have the downtown area, and then we have kind of that Palm Boulevard area. But very few people know that there are other areas that classify as historic, as far north as VICC, near Martin Elementary School, over down on Southmost. And so those areas that are historic, that could be declared historic by the city of Brownsville, have not been yet declared historic. I asked why they have not. And they said because they know that if they do declare them as historic, tax benefits or tax credits could be had by the homeowners, and the city of Brownsville commission, I was told the city of Brownsville commission, who would rule on this, on creating these historic overlays, has refused to do so because it would lower their tax income from the homeowners. That is a very self-serving approach to running the city, because it de-incentivizes people from fixing their homes and getting the benefit to do so. It wouldn't be a tax benefit for the rest of their lives, but while they were working on it. So rather than having these dilapidated homes, we could have people who could take those tax benefits, work on their homes, beautify the city, and then go back, increase their property values the right, legitimate way. And then we could continue by having a beautiful city, and then back to our tax revenues. But the city commissions now and previous have opted to not do that. Now, I know that this may be too much for your show and people maybe don't want to listen to all of this, but this is some of the stuff that I've been working on with people. So when I'm running this campaign, guys, and I'm here with Erasmo and we're having a good time, I'm actually working to try to make sure that we do get these benefits and talking to the right people. So guys, I'm dead serious when I say tell people to go out and vote, and I really need your support because this can be done, but it's going to take work.
A lot of work. City manager is real. He talks, just doesn't respond to his citizens at all. 100%. El show tiene chofer. Yeah. Mesmerizing the word correctly. Two Jessicas. Oh my God, that's right. I won't hold it against you, though, candidate Bradshaw. You can be the reasonable Jessica. You have my role.
Thank you, Linda.
Nice having you with us. So thank you, Fernando. God bless you, Papa.
Thanks, Fernando.
Hey, sorry, I majored in spelling. Embarrassment. Okay, don't be embarrassed. The more you observe politics, the more you got to admit that each party is worse than the other. They're both horrible. Troy Mendez is hysterical object and should be awarded the title. Hysterical. Oh, historical object. Joe, do we have any information in regards to Porter's next game?
No, when I left the stadium, actually, I think that they were in the process of getting the information as to where we're going and who we're playing. But I'm waiting for a call from the coach. I'm not sure how much you heard earlier. It was a very exciting game. I know that the score didn't reflect it, but my goodness, nail biter all the way. The atmosphere was absolutely a playoff atmosphere. We had the band, the Porter Bells. We had a huge fan base. It was awesome. It was awesome. You should have come with us.
I have a show to do. I appreciate everyone out there, guys, that is out there supporting our students. Thank you all so much for being out there. And no, I don't think one of Joe's chickens is driving tonight.
It's Don Pedro. He's driving.
It's versus Valley View? Oh,
is it?
That's going to be an amazing.
Yeah, that is going to be an interesting game.
That's going to be an interesting game because Valley View always cheats. Joe, last word.
Thank you for letting me come out and tell people about our fantastic game. I want to continue to encourage everybody to come out and make a difference. This is one of a very, very important race in May. It is absolutely necessary that we make a difference in our city, and the only way we can do it is by, like I said, bringing our complaints and our changes to the polls. And you got to come. You have to get out. You have to bring your neighbors, your friends, everybody that you can talk to, explain to them what the problem is, and bring them to the polls and make a difference. Ms. Jessica, it was nice to meet you. Erasmo, again, thank you for the invite, and God bless everybody.
Jessica, last words.
Please, I could repeat everything that Joe said, but I won't. Definitely, we need your support. I need your support. I would love your vote. Tell everyone you know in District 3. If you're not in District 3, please vote in your respective districts, District 4, or definitely for at large. We have some propositions on term limits coming up and all kinds of other things. Please visit my website or my Facebook. I'm Jessica Puente Bradshaw for Brownsville City Commissioner District 4. You can find my personal page as well, or Brownsville and Surrounding Friends. That's our private Facebook group. But yeah, definitely, I'm out there working for you guys, and I'm not a commissioner yet. And so I really would love your support. And this is my number. If you want to send me a text message, it does get to me. I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, it's there. And God bless everybody, and God bless Brownsville.
She's in District 3. I'm in 4.
I'm in 3. And
Joe's
in 4.
That Joe's chickens can drive?
Yes, it does.
I would make it does. Pray for Brownsville, preach. Let's see. Adios, Jessica. Adios, Fernando. Guys, have a great evening. Guys, we'll be back on tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, we will be sharing Dr. Rocco's assessment, letter to the Herald. We'll be talking about it tomorrow morning. Guys, have a great evening. Social distance, face coverings, hand sanitizer, guys. Please, guys, be good to each other. And please continue to be good to me. God bless.